What's bracking, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of my Mansfield Town Career Mode in Football Manager 2015. So I'll actually be switching to the monthly breakdown for now. Basically the month of October plus one game in September I played as well. So this was a very disappointing fixture against Stevenage, who is doing very well on the table. I believe they were third at the time of this matchup, actually. And you'll see we got off to a great start. They actually got the first goal, but we were to come back right away and tie it up here from a goal by Oliver. And it was just really good stuff overall. I was using that different formation as well, show off the formation after this goal. But it was very disappointing dropping these points very late in the fixture. So Clements, Thomas, back to Clements, going to play Oliver through, just going to turn and shoot and score that one. Very good stuff there. But taking a look at the formation now, I did go with that little bit of a different formation I was playing, just because I was very disappointing in our fullbacks, basically. But you can see it did work well. I mean, it got us some goals, but other than that, it was very vulnerable defensively. Definitely should have made some changes as far as the formation went in the second half. But you'll see here, the second goal we had to go ahead was pretty nice as well. Blair, he's very dangerous with his pace, but he doesn't have too much technical ability. But when he has a very good game, he's tough to stop. But of course, Oliver with that great goal. But of course, you'll see what's been killing us has been these long direct balls all season long. Look at that, just completely down. I should maybe set like Pidgley to sweep or keep or something, and he's going to get beat. Pidgley should have done a lot better on that, to be honest. And then we'll see even worse. I thought we would at least be able to drop down and grab the points. Looks like a good chance from Clements. Thomas with the poor pass. Oliver was for some reason running over the top as if he thought Thomas was going to play him over. But then they just hit us on the quick counter. Very disappointing stuff. But Clements did have a great game. He was man of the match. He had both his 2 assists. But very disappointing stuff. I mean, like, if you look at the ratings, it's not like we played that bad. We just got killed on those over-the-top balls. So we would be able to follow it up with a pretty boring draw here against Accrington. Clements went out, so it's pretty good to at least grab a point when we have our best player out of the match. Again, we went with that lineup, and it worked well defensively for that match at least. And I was not expecting anything out of this game. Of course, it's against Bradford City. They're basically above us in they're a league above us, excuse me. And I basically played a backup squad. Only guys that are pretty close that were actually starting for me at the time, or Bingham was of course with that formation he wasn't starting, but then we had basically Sutton, who was coming back from an injury. Then I actually played this youngster Donkwa, gave him his first appearance. He doesn't look like he's gonna be that great. His marking isn't that good, but his passing doesn't really have too much about him at the moment as a 16-year-old. But we had to go with that just to give our guys a rest for league. But it worked out in the end. As you can see, we won 4 or 5 on penalties, able to grab a very early goal. Liam Hearn, of course, I think he's going to be a very solid player for us. He has good finishing and composure and everything. But you can see the stats. It was 20-4 or 5-2. We just took advantage of our few chances and defended pretty well, I guess you could say. But Rains back to Jenkins, gets played through. He's going to take that one time and finish that. And of course, we would end up winning that one on penalty. So we've been excellent in the paint trophy. And of course, we should have beat Barnsley earlier in the year as well. Where is it? Capital One Cup. Lost against them on penalties. So we've been good against these League One sides, which is pretty cool to see. Portsmouth, we got absolutely destroyed. No doubt about it. Only reason Riley had a good rating was because he scored a goal. But yeah, just got killed right there. And I believe we were still using that same formation. Yeah, we were. That's where I decided, yeah, I think we're going to have to change things up. So I did play Donkwa again. I do not know. I think it's because Reggie Lamb was out on international duty. So that kind of screwed things up. And Cambridge, again, dropping points late. As you can see, I should have made a change here. Bingham had a nice, really direct goal. But just disappointing stuff. I need to make those changes a lot earlier. I usually try to wait till about the 85th minute or so, but this time it really came back to bite me. But Bingham did have a nice direct goal there, going short post. But again, 82nd minute, I believe is another long ball. You'll see a flick on header right here, back in the middle, and that's going to be a goal. And take a look at the formation we did play. Believe it was. We did play at actually Diamond Mansfield, and it wasn't that bad. I mean, we did fairly well, I guess you could say. Jenkins slotted in there after playing fairly well in that cut match, but we did hold a little bit more possession. We had a lot of shots on target, so it did help a little bit more. So I have been moving back to that formation, and against Tranmere Rovers, it worked out again. Clements would actually score off a free kick, but we didn't play the greatest, to be honest. But it was a lot better. Ravenhill has been injured like all year. I mean, he's been suspended like all year. He's just a red card machine. It's ridiculous, but it all worked out. Clements man of the match for his free kick goal here. But Ravenhill is interesting because when he does play, he's tremendous winning the ball in the midfield, but he's a red card machine, yellow card machine. He's probably had like 10 yellows because he's never had a straight red, I don't think, but he's always had, when he gets sent off, it's 2 yellows. So we did win that matchup, and you'll see here again, Ravenhill just coming back from suspension. He was booked twice in the first half, but thankfully they had a red card as well. But you'll see we had a good match all around for what was 10v10 for the second half, basically. So it was definitely very respectable stuff. Clements he's been tremendous lately. Great free kick to Tafazoli, who finishes that. But then Matt Reed, who had just brought back from loan on a conference side, big guy, had to start because of Oliver's, just terrible natural fitness, cannot play that much. Ball falls back to Reed, he's going to finish that. It's a great showing for him to grab that goal. But as you can see, I mean, that was just one of the best all-around performance our team has had. Jones had a slow on that right back. Of course, Beavers back at left back. Then, take a look at the formation again. It was, of course, Ravenhill got sent off. Thomas, Clements, Bingham, Reed, Kemen. So some good stuff all around, from every player. Even my struggling fullbacks were able to put in a good shift, give themselves a case to keep on going in the side. But of course, looking at November, definitely going to be an interesting month. We have an FA Cup fixture and a Paint Trophy fixture against Bury. So it'll be interesting tie. Of course, always weird when you face a team twice like that. Basically 3 days apart, Sunday to Wednesday. So that'll be, we'll see if we can try to win both matches. I'll be fine with, probably the FA Cup would be better as far as money goes in the first round going in the second round. But so I'll probably put more emphasis on that fixture right there. But then we'll have, of course, some fixtures in the league. Not too busy of a month. It's not as hectic as the other months, thankfully. Of course, that's hurt us because we don't have the guys with amazing natural fitness. So that was always a problem. But here, sitting in 20th, our goal differential is what's hurting us right now. You've given up so many goals, 26 goals. That's really bad. But it seems like we're showing things up now defensively. But 18 points, and of course, we're still, 5 points away from Bury, then only 6 from Wickham, Plymouth, and Stevenage. And of course, we should have beaten Stevenage, in my opinion, or at least getting a draw. So the drop points are hurting us. We could be, somewhere up here in maybe the top half. But you'll see most player of the match awards, Clements. Pretty good stuff. Most yellow cards, Dempsey. Really? He's the most yellow cards? That's surprising. Very surprising. Red cards, Ravenhill with 3, of course. Kemen has already got himself a good amount of yellow cards. Key passes, Clements. That's great for him. Shots on target ratio, Bingham. That's good. He just needs to shoot a little bit more. Clements has 6 assists as well. So some good stuff from our side. We have some good players showing well, so that's good for us in this. But a couple guys I want to show. Jack Thomas, he's kind of been off and on in the lineup. Of course, he's a youngster. He hasn't been playing very consistently. He has a good game followed by some poor games. We'll look at his improvements. Great stuff here. So hoping he can continue to improve and be a key player. You can see his reports. Could potentially be a good Sky Bet League 1 central midfielder in the future. Of course, that's where we want to be very shortly, so that's good for him. Still needs to improve a little bit in some areas, but he could definitely be solid for us. But, yeah, with that, guys, I'll be signing out now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'll be continuing to do these monthly roundups now. So, it's a little bit quicker. It's more chill, I guess you could say. But, yeah, with that, I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.